Mason. Ooh. 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 Mason. Ooh.
We've waited 12 years to become someone's mom and dad.
Albert had a brain tumor which affected his pituitary gland, and I suffered from a condition that kept me from being able to conceive. The doctors told us it would take 1 in a million chance to get pregnant.
We never pursued any medical intervention because we were trusting in God and standing on His promises. Rachel and I were healed completely at that point, but we still weren't getting pregnant. At that point, I was against adoption for both of us because I knew God was going to give us our own biological children.
Waiting on God for us meant letting go of our own design of what a family should look like and allowing God to bless us with children His way. It took us 12 years to grasp that concept, but the minute we did, God stepped in and took over.
We decided to take a step of faith and call an adoption agency. 4 months later, we were matched with a young couple who couldn't afford to raise a baby. It's crazy to think that 2 perfect strangers chose us to raise their child. But then I realized it was all a part of God's design for Mason's life.
The adoption process was going by really fast. Everything was falling into place, even our finances. We had to raise $20,000 in order to complete the adoption process, and God provided every single penny we needed. We had a Garagerama sale where we raised over $2,000. We sent out letters where we raised another couple $1,000. Someone gave us $3,000 anonymously, and then finally 2 people paid the rest of our bill in full. That was all God. He did that for Mason, and He did that for us.
On average, an adoption process can take up to 2 years to complete. We turned our paperwork in on October 2nd, 2010, and Mason came home with us on April 2nd, 2011, 6 months to the day and 2 days before our 13th wedding anniversary.
We couldn't have walked this journey without our family, and most of all, our church family. Every gift and every encouraging word always came at the right time. We wouldn't be here today dedicating our son to the Lord if it wasn't for our family and church family constantly supporting us and loving us.
Mason was already loved even before anyone got to hold him or see him. He brings a lot of joy to everyone.
Even the children of PLC have been an encouragement to us. One little girl came up to Mason, and while stroking the top of his head, she said, "Aw, he's God's little prince." She had no idea the magnitude of that little statement, but it sunk deep into my heart, and I thought, yeah, Mason is God's little prince.
Mason belongs to the Lord, but he has been entrusted to us. Our new destiny is to make sure Mason fulfills the purpose of God as has for him, and I'm going to make sure he does.
Being a mom is another level of service to the Lord, and I just want to be the best mom to Mason.
Being a dad gives a whole new meaning to being in love.
If God doesn't bless us with anything else, we are still the most blessed people on earth, just being Mason's mom and dad.
He's laughing with his hiccup.
What we should do is put it in a Tupperware. Mason!